wondered how Sindig escaped the prison, but decided that he would probably find out in due course. Of all the things to interrupt his hunt, one of the greatest beasts of Skyrim, he hoped that if he kept his head down, he would not have to encounter this creature right now. It was not that he feared dragons. In fact, he had slaughtered hundreds by this point in his life. It was simply that he did not have the time to waste. He wanted to do right by Sindig and by Hircine. He wanted to finish his job as quickly as he could. It seemed that the dragon may not relent, though. And all of a sudden, Draugr were leaping from their graves. They were nothing to him, but still. This was a rather inconvenient string of delays. As soon as he passed this hill, he knew it would be a straightforward path to Sindig's hiding spot. At the very least, it would appear that the dragon had gone. His mind played with him as he ran. Would it truly be a favor to kill the man who had begged his help? He decided that this was no longer about Sindig alone, but every werewolf. If this ring remained cursed, there would be no respite for anyone. But if Sindig died for his crimes, there may yet be retribution for beasts to come. This logic was perhaps shaky if held up to scrutiny, but the mind must perform all kinds of acrobatics to reconcile murder. Even in a man so practiced in the art of killing his pigs and pigs. Even in a man who was essentially death incarnate. A thousand nameless, faceless men had fallen to the dragonborn, be it from his flames, his mace, his warhammer, or his bow. He could not help but feel particularly guilty about the upcoming assassination. It could so easily have been him. On his first wild night as a wolf. Could he not have slaughtered a child, had one been in the wrong place at the wrong time? He was nearing his mark, so soon these troubling thoughts would give way to the comfort of violence. Ilin alters deep. He remembered this as the fortress where Azura's star was hidden, when he had retrieved it long ago. How much of his life at this point had been spent in servitude of the Daedra? He sensed enemies. He had no time to fight, though. Were they to find him, they would find him. If not, he needn't waste his own time. Sindig's hiding spot must be somewhere close to here. He felt that he was getting to the place. Dip, a gorge, a valley. Was it a trick? It was no trick. He was on the right path. Again, to free himself from guilty thoughts, he returned to wondering how Sindig had escaped the prison, and why he had not done that in the first place, if he could have so easily done so. He found it. Bloated Man's Grotto, where Sindig hid. He entered with a heavy heart. The air inside was lurid, soaked a blood red. This was no ordinary realm of Skyrim. This place, this realm belonged wholly to Hircine. Before him he saw a grisly sight. A savaged orc. He heard it. The sniffing of a wolf. Sindig was nearby, and he was ready to kill. He kept his warhammer high. He would not let Sindig get the drop on him. He saw it, the wolf, sink it in his...
Why?
I could ask the same of you. I've been told to kill you.
And I would deserve it, wouldn't I? I can't stop you if that's what you want to do. Hircine is too powerful. If you spare me, I can be a powerful ally to you. And I would promise to never return to civilized life. I know now that I can't live among people.
I cannot defy Hircine. Not again, anyway. You have to die.
So be it.
Sindig stalked away, and Pix and Pooks gave chase. Despite his bestial form, Pix and Pooks felt no fear. He had fought bigger, more savage creatures, and in greater numbers. Pix and Pooks briefly wondered who this man was and why he was getting in the way. Sindig would not last, and Sindig himself knew it. No other hunter was a match, but Pix and Pooks had certain powers.
Yes.
Those powers, however, were useless. Sindig was a powerful wolf. His health regaining itself. How many hunters were here to claim Hircine's prize? Sindig was soon to fall. And fell he did. So many men, all named, all with their own ambitions of pleasing the Prince of the Hunt. The prize was to be the dragonborns.
You've done well, Hunter.
I did as you asked.
And found my favor. That skin will serve you well, child. Look more closely at it. My glory shall protect you from all this world's grievances. Good hunting.
And in a flash, Hircine was gone. The chilled Skyrim air returned to normal. Pix and Pooks found in his person the skin of what was once a man. He had performed a grisly task this day, and yet he felt that a weight had been lifted from his soul, rather than being added to it, as was so often the case. He had slain a wild and dangerous beast, and in doing so perhaps atoned for some of his past savagery. The dragonborn left the cave, electing never to look back.